AskReddit by Bubbly Persona. People who went from being extremely attractive to not. How did your life change? Well, I wouldn't say I was extremely attractive, but above average, and about 135 pounds. Then I got cancer, gained 60 pounds from steroids, lost my hair, got drop foot from one of the tumors, and rashes all over my face. I'm, so far, kicking cancer's ass, so I'll take it, but it does take a serious toll in the looks department lol. Being an live troll who is kicking cancer's ass is awesome though. A female friend recently saw a picture of me in my 20s, 10 years ago, and said damn, you were really hot when you had hair. So, I'm currently dealing with the fact that I just won't be as hot as I used to be. It's fine. I had a male friend who saw a pic of me at 21 when I was 35 and had a kid. What happened to you? That was the end. Was really active, longboarded every day 4 hours, was in great shape. Then I was in a car accident. Stopped at a red light. I was rear-ended, and my vehicle was crushed between the vehicle behind and in front. Couldn't be active anymore, gained 60 pounds. Ended up not working for a couple years. My friends never bailed, but the way I'm treated by strangers is wildly different between being attractive and not. I'm sorry that happened to you. I also am treated differently now. I have learned that looks are shallow and superficial, but people are superficial, so it gives you an advantage in life, and our society shames people who are not conventionally beautiful. People used to smile at me. Customer service was better. I like to spend a lot of time picking outfits. It enjoyed doing makeup on nights out. Now I really have no interest in clothes or makeup. People don't look at me and smile anymore lol. I'm just old and a mom and I look perpetually like a 14-year-old, but now in a less cute, more 13 or 30 way. Part of the reason I don't socialize as much is because I'm somewhat insecure. The smiles will pick back up for you once you've aged a bit. I would bet on it. Not just saying this to be fake kind, us young faces typically enjoy a good fourth quarter. I had the opposite experience when I lost weight, but I noticed strangers would smile at me on the street. Hold doors open for me. People would go out of their way to talk to me or include me in stuff. I stopped feeling awkward all the time in social situations. Turns out I was never awkward. I was just fat. I had a glow up on my 30s and it honestly is such a jarring experience. The fact that people want to make eye contact with you and go out of their way to help you is actually crazy. It's no wonder people obsessed over their looks with cosmetic surgery and makeup. It really is a cheat code. A lot of my friends stopped talking to me when I gained 30 pounds in 6 months. And during that time I started to get really bad acne. I have lost 22 pounds since October, but I'm still insecure about my acne. Edit, I should mention, I gained weight due to medications and hypothyroidism. And I actually gained 45 pounds, not 30, my math was off lol. So, not your friends. I had to go on some medications that made me gain 63 pounds. 100-163, and it only lasted 6 months, and after I went off it I went back to my normal 100 pounds-ish weight. So many people around me treated me as if I was a lesser human. Friends invited me out less. People made so many comments. Men who lusted after me for years were unkind. A lot of females around me seemed to be over the moon and mean about it. Bosses at work treated me way worse. Only female on the management team. It seemed as if I no longer had something to offer them. I lost the weight and everyone went back to how it was before, and I never ever forgot how those people treated me. I lost so much respect for many people and also make a point of trying to make others feel seen. For what it's worth, you sound like you've become an awesome person. It's like finding out there's a whole other world of nastiness. It's gobsmacking. Truly. Man, reading these comments makes me sad. The world is a crazy, cruel and nasty place. Yeah. Now I understand why Homer Simpson said the lesson here is never try. I am now left alone. People don't give me a hard time or project on me like they used to. which is something I wished I had when I was attractive. I feel that. I'd say I'm reasonably attractive, but I'm nervous, wary of people, so it's always assumed I'm a bitch or think I'm too good for everyone instead of just shy. I was never extremely attractive, but my life dramatically changed after gaining 80 pounds over the past few years. I went from comfortably socializing to hiding in my apartment week after week. I stopped dressing up and caring about the way I look. I rarely wear makeup and my outfits consist of leggings and an oversized sweater, even when I go to the office. The way people treat you when you're attractive is noticeably different. Life felt easier back then. People would smile at me more, make conversation. I loved life and felt 10x happier. I was never crazy attractive nor ugly, but every year I bulked during winter and cut during summer. We're talking about 15-30 pounds difference between winter and summer depending how strict I am on my diet. I'm telling you, when I'm super lean, my face becomes much more defined. I get a lot of attention when I go out. On the contrary, during winter, I get pretty much zero attention except from dudes because they are impressed with my size. It's pretty much down to genetics, I would say. Some people hold their fat pretty nicely, some others, like me, get fat face right away. I do the same thing. Summer cut, winter bulk. The weird thing is I get lux both seasons, but it's double or more when leaner and the demographic is different. Spent my early 20s as a 5 minutes and 10 seconds, 140 pounds, FF, long thick hair, good looking bird. Men were nice to me, women weren't. People noticed me. I didn't realize this so much at the time, until now pushing 40, middle age spread and thinning hair hit. Women are much nicer to me. And men just notice me less and less, shrug. I hate the women who aren't nice like that. It makes them look so ugly to me. I was never extremely attractive, but I had the girl next door vibe. I didn't become unattractive, but I had a kid and had baby weight for a bit, and I'm still about 10 pounds above my pre-baby weight. I've also started to show my age, whereas before I could pass for much younger than I was. Creepy dudes who are obviously much older than me no longer hit on me. I'm married, so it doesn't matter, but the dudes who do approach me while I'm out look around my age and normal, I guess. Not as much of a creepy vibe going on. Old men leave me alone. People don't talk to me in such a condescending way, especially men. The creeps really go for young girls. I don't think I've been catcalled once since my early 20s. I was a pretty good looking lad in my 20s. Generally women are nicer to you, also they make some effort to interact with you. It's nice not having to always be the initiator. Sometimes dudes were passive aggressive for no reason, can be intimidated by you, especially when there's women about. Anyone that says looks don't open doors for you has either always been average or under, or is still a looker and doesn't know their privilege. It absolutely does, and helped me out. Although I've let myself go, it's less of an issue now as wisdom and experience make up for the lost physical charisma. It opens literal doors too. Like people will hold open a door to a building instead of slamming it in your face. As a guy whose weight has fluctuated, I get more female attention when I'm thinner, fitter. But everyone who isn't a potential romantic part is much nicer to me when I'm fatter. It's odd. People don't go out of their way to talk to me. Almost no one is striking up a conversation with me first. People don't look at me the same way, like the look in their eyes is different. I gained 25 pounds and aged a little bit from having a child. I got older, stopped being able to afford to get beauty and hair treatments, put on 15 kilograms and basically became completely invisible. I am a quiet and shy person, which was never an issue when I was more attractive because people would just start conversations with me randomly, but now I have to make the effort myself or people won't notice me at all. So much less sexual harassment, though. which is nice. I went from being shy and cute, which was a big hit the boys, to being antisocial and gross. I'm still the same person, but being ugly changed how people perceive my personality. The difference between manic pixie dream girl and gross weirdo is like 30 pounds. When I was young and handsome, I could smile at a girl on the street, and she would smile back. Now that I'm old and gross, if I mistakenly make eye contact with a beautiful woman, they recoil in disgust. To be honest, I do the same when I unexpectedly catch my own reflection. It could be worse. I could have never been handsome. I feel this. I'm aging kinda of poorly, and I smile at people I make eye contact with as a reflex. They used to smile back, now they look away. I wouldn't say I was ever extremely attractive, but I was good looking and fit enough in my 20s that I had a very easy time dating, hooking up with women without having to initiate it myself. Some of the guys I worked with didn't like me based on that alone, but most people, guys included, were really nice to me and treated me well. I've aged a bit since then and stopped working out over the past 10 years, lost most of my muscle and am pretty skinny now. I don't personally like what I see when I look in the mirror these days, but would say I'm about average looking now. People are still nice to me, the only difference now is that women don't really approach me anymore. I'm fine with it though. I had my share of fun when I was younger, and if I get lonely, I need to learn to put in the work to earn someone's companionship rather than just existing and choosing from whoever comes to me. Can't say how much of that is because I'm physically less attractive than I used to be versus the fact that I don't hang out in the same places and am not as outgoing as I used to be. It's hard to say. I was really vain when I was in my 20s and just don't care about the same kinds of things now in my 30s. I was always pretty except for major acne. Then in my mid-20s I finally got past that and got comfortable with the thought I might be beautiful. Then I came out of an emotionally abusive relationship and into a years-long depressive episode right as I was at the age where health and beauty need careful attention to maintain. I did not maintain them. I'm still not well. I'm rooting for you, internet stranger. Don't give up. You'll get there. I don't know if I was ever considered extremely attractive, but I don't think I was too bad on the eyes in my younger years. 40 years old. The years of drinking, smoking, and poor diet caught up to me, and now I'm a bit more weathered. I grew out a beard and that solved that. Ha, welp, I guess I'm growing a beard now. Never had trouble getting attention from the opposite gender. Never had body image issues. Got cheated on. I genuinely feel unattractive, unworthy of attention. And I'd be very surprised if someone complimented me. I wish I could talk myself out of this. I can't. Didn't Beyonce get cheated on? It's the cheaters that are defective, not you. Was never extremely attractive, but I definitely felt I was more attractive than I am now. My granddad was dying of cancer and I would neglect sleep and food to try help him. I rarely ate, stopped the gym and slept for a few hours a night. I was determined with trying to somehow find a medical alternative that would keep my granddad alive. It was foolish, cause in doing that I didn't spend time with my granddad before he died. One of my biggest regrets. I hope you don't dwell on it too much. You acted out of love and your granddad was blessed to have you. You're a beautiful person inside and out.